The maintainability of these systems developed through Intent Architect is it's next level. There's no mystery inside it. If something goes wrong, everything has been implemented for us. The logging, the telemetry, putting in unit tests is simple. So it just takes all the overhead, the complexity out of it, and just wraps it into a very neatly structured project. My focus is primarily in the Microsoft environment, but even within that micro environment within DVT, we are exposed to a wide variety of projects and requirements from clients. We are faced on day to day with anything from a greenfields project to a brownfields project. Often clients will come to us, they just need some staff augmentation. So we have a lot of movement within our team of about 90 developers, and that's out of a overall team of close to 300 developers across all our departments. So before we started using Intent Architect, there were several challenges when I first joined DVT 3 years ago. The main challenge again, because we have such a wide variety of clients, different requirements, there was very little consistency between the way that code was developed, which practices and patterns were implemented. Clean architecture, for example, might be implemented in one project, but not consistently. If time pressures came into effect, you could find that the structure would start to, let's just say, deteriorate a bit. Also, as developers would move between clients or from project to project, I found that the handovers of those projects were very protracted and not very complete or even thorough. My first impression of Intent Architect, I do recall I sat with one of my former colleagues, and looking at this, we both kept our cool, very, very stern looks, didn't want to look too impressed. But under the covers and after that call, we were both, wow, this thing can save so many problems. But what we didn't realize at the time was actually the depth of the problems that could solve. At that time, we just saw it, this is a very cool code scaffolding tool. But only after using it on the, I'd say, first 2 or 3 projects, did we just realize that it's not just a tool, but the team behind it. And it doesn't just solve code scaffolding and the repetitive tasks. It really helps us think and define entire solution architectures. The value that Intent Architect brings to us, first of all, it allows our developers to not have to focus so much on the very basic repetitive tasks, building the domain, getting your CRUD implementations in place, worrying too much about the intricacies of clean architecture. Once a project is set up, it's very clear of where you need to put business logic, how everything needs to flow through the project. The other major benefits are when we do a handover now, it's simply a case of if the developers are familiar with Intent Architect, that handover, it becomes near instant. It's literally a case of here's the Intent Architect project, here are the high-level business requirements, and they can very quickly find their way, work through it. They will know instinctively where the business logic is, and can very seamlessly get up and running. The maintainability of these systems developed through Intent Architect it's next level. There's no mystery inside it. If something goes wrong, everything has been implemented for us. The logging, the telemetry, putting in unit tests is simple. So it just takes all the overhead, the complexity out of it, and just wraps it into a very neatly structured project. So if you are starting on a journey with Intent Architects, I can absolutely guarantee you that you are in very competent, very professional hands. And you will not just be left alone with the tool, is they will go on the journey with you to ensure that you actually get the best output possible in your coding journey.